Hello Squids, and welcome to my channel with yet another Monster Hunter tutorial. Today, I'm tackling the longsword. This 5-minute or less guide covers the basics, and as an added bonus, check out the armor skills, my top 5 weapons, and the mix sets. You can check the timestamps located in the description to jump to a specific topic. Let's get started. To be a longsword master, you gotta start with the basics. This weapon is very simple to pick up, but takes time and practice to master. Let's make some bullet points and get to it. This weapon is all about speed, mobility, and finesse. Having the momentum during combos makes this weapon shine in damage. The longsword has a spirit gauge, and each time you go up in color, you gain an attack boost. White, yellow, and red being the best buff you want to achieve. The weapon revolves around achieving these buffs, and letting out a Spirit Helmbreaker as a finisher. Spirit Gauge. The Spirit Gauge located in the top left hand corner fills each time you attack. Once you have it filled, you can perform the Spirit Blade using the R2. Hitting the R2 4 times will net you a Spirit Blade combo. You need to have 90% or higher filled gauge to finish the combo fully. At the end of the combo is a finisher, which is the utmost important part of the longsword. Landing that final hit gives you a glow around your gauge, increasing your damage. Each time you land that final hit of the R2 combo, you will achieve a different color glow. White glow being the first, yellow the second, and red being the last glow. Each level of glow gives an attack power buff, red being the best. Be careful with this combo though, since it will flinch your teammates if they're too close. A good hunter is always aware of his surroundings.
I'll have you know I have the reflex of a cat and the speed of a mongoose.
Fade Slash. The Fade Slash is a very useful technique. Hitting triangle and circle together, you will perform a slashing evade in whatever direction you're holding the L3. This is very useful to keep your DPS up while avoiding some attacks. Quick tip. Best combo to fill your gauge. There are many combos to fill your gauge, but the combo that works best for me will always be the triangle, triangle, circle into a Fade Slash, then follow it up with an R2 Spirit Blade combo. Doing it this way will build the gauge and shortcut your R2 to lead to the finisher faster. Jump attacks and slide attacks. Another great way of leveling up your spirit gauge is by jump and slide attacks. Jumping off a ledge and hitting the R2 will start your Spirit Blade combo, but if you slide and hit R2, it will shortcut you into the final hit of the Spirit Blade combo with just 2 slashes. Hitting the triangle on both ledge or slide will perform gauge fillers. Foresight. This is the counter attack for the longsword. Foresight can activate by hitting the R2 and circle, but there's a requirement that makes the counter incredibly hard to master. You have to attack first before you can activate the Foresight. The best way of doing this is tapping the circle first, then hitting the R2 and circle to activate Foresight. But the Foresight can be used after any attack. Remember that. Timing this right can be a massive pain in the ass, but once you've mastered the counter, nothing can stop you. The Foresight will eat all your spirit gauge, but if you successfully counter monster's attack, you can follow it up with the final hit of the Spirit Blade attack combo, giving you a buff level on the spirit gauge. Spirit Helmbreaker. This attack is where you get your burst. The Helmbreaker is activated by hitting the R2 and triangle at the same time. You'll perform a lunge. Landing the lunge attack will automatically follow up with the Helmbreaker.
I'm a bird, mother! I'm a bird! Look at me, mother! I'm a bird!
Landing the lunge attack will automatically follow up with the Helmbreaker. You will fly through the air like a bird. While in the air, you can tap the L3 in any direction you want to aim, and hit the triangle or circle to strike in that direction. Successfully landing the hit, or not, will eat a level of gauge. But if you were successful in landing the Helmbreaker, your spirit gauge will regen over time. Use this to perform all sorts of combos. Quick tip. While in the red buff level of the gauge, if you don't see an opportunity to strike with Helmbreaker, just strike with combos. Being in the red gauge provides you with a huge damage buff, so go ham on those combo attacks. Armor skills. These are skills in armor and gems that help you fight whatever big bads come in your way. Here are some of the best, but not limited to, for the longsword. Non-elemental, critical eye, critical boost, handicraft, weakness, exploit, attack boost, crit element, crit status, maximum might, air plugs, agitator, protective polish, elemental, and status boost skills, fire, poison, etc. Razor sharp, focus, speed sharpening. Remember, the longsword has natural attack damage buffs, so you want to complement it with mostly focusing on critical and sharpness modifiers. My top 5 longswords. This is a section where I mention my favorite longswords that I would recommend to anyone cutting their way through the Monsters world out there. Divine Slasher. The best looking sword out there. Why take anything else? You can achieve this weapon through farming the arena for coins, located in the Gathering Hub. This weapon is a jack of all trades. Use it. Imperial Shimmer. White sharpness with no negative affinity. 300 blast and decent raw makes this weapon one of the best. Wyvern Blade Holy. The Rathian Blade are just the best for poison. Raw, affinity, and good sharpness. Just pure nasty. Wyvern Blade Indigo. This Rachables weapon provides really good affinity, decent sharpness, and good raw. It is a great one to set those ablaze. Extermination's Edge. The Nergigante weapons are always strong. Massive raw, high Elder Seal, and good Dragon Elemental attack. This is always a powerful choice against Elder Dragons. But to make this weapon a balanced weapon, for it being so strong, the blue sharpness cannot be pushed any further with the handicraft skill. Mix sets / loadouts. Armor sets are good to use to get certain skills, but in reality, most sets won't complement you well. So this is where you mix armor to complement your playstyle. Here are some I use on the fly. The Handyman. All about raw damage with the help of the handicraft modifier. This is an updated version of the build I used to hit 147 Hellbreaker. The Nasty Girl. This build hits incredibly hard with the ability to hit crits constantly. Maximum Might is a prize winner here. Use this build to almost always guarantee you a crit on Helmbreaker. Elemental Utility. This build brings out the elemental damage on longswords. Lots of crit because of the focus on crit element skill helps complement the natural buffs of the longsword. Switch out the gems for whatever elemental weapon you're using. The Status Killer. This build helps bring out the status and status weapons. With the crit status skill, it helps you get past those thresholds for every monster. This build also provides Bombardier, so it helps you bomb things as well. This build is also great for just blast. The Dragon Slayer. This build is designed around the Extermination's Edge. With not being able to go past the blue sharpness with the handicraft skill, I was able to put in more DPS capabilities. I love this build for Elder Dragons. Question of the day. Alright guys, it's time for the answer to the Charge Blade question in the previous video. For the Charge Blade, do elemental files crit? And can the damage be increased with the artillery skill? The answer is simple. No. Elemental files are fixed damage and cannot crit. Artillery only helps impact files, not elemental files. If you guys got that correct in the comments, good job. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna leave you guys with some more homework tonight. What is Mind's Eye? Does R2 Spirit Blade combo provide said Mind's Eye? Let me know in the comments, guys. There you go, Squid. That wraps up the longsword video. That didn't take long at all. But putting in the time and the practice will. To be a master, you gotta practice long and hard. No pun intended. Discover new combos and techniques throughout the experience. You can do this, Squid.
Shining Finger Swords! Go, go, go!
I'm a new budding Twitch/YouTuber trying to find his place. Throw me a like, follow, and subscribe to get more content. Don't forget to comment. Follow my Twitter. I'm always updating with new mix-set builds, stream times, and whatever game interests me at that moment. Join me also on Twitch. My schedule is located in the description down below. See you in the next video.